Some people make history, and the things we're accustomed to might not have been created if their creators hadn't decided to emigrate. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator, is now known around the world not only as a bodybuilder but also as an actor and a politician, but very few people know about the path that Mr. Olympia had taken before the fame. Arnold was born in Austria in 1947, his family was pretty poor and his relationships with parents were tense, partially because of his desire to become rich and famous, which was not appreciated by his family. Sport had become a part of his life since childhood. At first he played soccer, then from the age of 14 he started bodybuilding. Since 17 he had become a regular participant in competitions. The gym where the future champion worked out was open only on weekdays, but that didn't stop him, and on weekends Arnie got to the gym using a stepladder. At 18 the Terminator joined the army and won the European Bodybuilding Championship there. Schwarzenegger originally came to the United States on a temporary visa for athletes, and then his emigration journey began. It included illegal stay due to visa problems, sleeping in the gym where he worked out because he could not rent an apartment, and even having problems due to his German accent, which often discouraged people from accepting him for roles. However, Arnold was persistent and didn't give up on his dream. With the help of his personal teachers, he managed to get rid of accent, and a number of his roles started to increase significantly. In 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor of California and the second ever foreign governor of an American state. In 2006, he was re-elected, while his movies earned more than $4 billion. Sergey Brin is the developer and founder of the Google search engine. Sergey was born in Moscow in a family of Soviet Jews who were mathematicians. When he was 6, he had come to the United States with his family as a refugee. At the age of 17, Sergey arrived in his homeland with a group of his peers, accompanied by his father as a part of an exchange program for gifted children from a math school. During this trip, according to Sergey, he experienced such fear of the local authorities that he thanked his father for taking his family abroad. Sergey studied mathematics and computer science at the University of Maryland and later joined the master's program at Stanford University, where he got interested in search engines. There he met his future partner, Larry Page. 2 years after they met, they registered the domain google.com. And a year later, in 1998, Google was created. Initially, the university helped them financially, and after graduation, they experienced no problem attracting investors. In 2004, Brin and Page were included in the Forbes list of billionaires. In addition to their main businesses, they pay a lot of attention and invest a lot of money in charity and anti-aging projects. Elon Musk is the CEO and the mastermind behind Tesla, the #1 on Forbes list of billionaires. Elon was born and grew up in Pretoria, South Africa, in the family of an engineer and a model. He grew up a withdrawn and unsociable child, so that at school he was an outcast, but he loved reading and had a photographic memory. For his 10th birthday, he received his first computer as a present, on which he learned programming. When he was 12, he sold his first program, a video game, for $500. Making investments in shares of pharmaceutical company, he was later able to move to Canada with the proceeds, despite the fact that his parents were strongly against it. Before enrolling in university, he stayed at relatives' house in Kingston. However, after some time, he has transferred to the University of Pennsylvania to study business and physics. In 1995, he had enrolled in Stanford University for his PhD, but after a couple of days, he quit in order to participate in the Internet Boom project, in which he presented his company Zip2 Corporation. At the moment, in addition to being the founder of Tesla, Elon Musk is also the founder of SpaceX, SolarCity, The Boring Company, and co-founder of PayPal. Beto Perez is the creator of the global fitness chain Zumba. The dancer may not have reached any Forbes list yet, but the fitness program he created has already brought in more than $30 million. And his story of immigration is just as inspiring as anyone else's. Alberto Perez, aka Beto, was born in Colombia, where he had danced since childhood, mostly Latin American style. One day when he went to gym for a workout, the future Zumba founder discovered he had forgotten his CD containing music for fitness, and he only had Latin music with him. There was no time to go back, so Beto just held the workout to rocking Latin American hits, and to his surprise, it was much bigger success than the previous workouts. That's how he got the idea for the dance fitness program now known worldwide as Zumba. The essence of the workouts is that people coming to class not only to lose weight and improve their health, but also to have fun as if they were just having a party. In fact, Beto liked the idea so much that he decided to sell his belongings and move to Miami, where his experiment could be appreciated. For a while, Beto worked part-time at fitness clubs and often slept there as well, since it wasn't easy to find an apartment. His namesake, Alberto Perelman, who has been involved in the creation of internet companies and projects to help Latin American startups for a long time, heard about him, but when the dot-com bubble popped, he was left with nothing. When Beto showed Perelman his creation, he realized that Perez had simply found the magic pill in the world of fitness and dancing. In 2010, DJ and musician Pitbull personally handed Beto his new track to use in his sessions. This is how the musicians realized that they could promote themselves through fitness classes all over the world. Currently, Zumba choreography is created not only to the hits of Pitbull, but also Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, and other no less famous Latin American artists. Jen Coum is the co-founder and CEO of WhatsApp. Jen was born in Kiev and immigrated to the United States with his grandmother and mother at the age of 16. A few years later, he had already received a job offer at Yahoo, which he gladly accepted. In 2009, he realized that the App Store for iPhone had great opportunities and together with his friend Acton, created an app that was to replace text messaging, and they succeeded. WhatsApp was later sold by them for $19 billion to Facebook. Levi Strauss is the inventor of jeans and founder of Levi Strauss & Company. He was born in Bavaria. In 1845, his father died, and 2 years later, with his mother and two sisters, he moved to the United States, where he started business. In 1853, he brought goods manufactured by his brothers to San Francisco, which were immediately sold out. In the same year, he founded his own company, where they made clothes from the French fabric, de Nîmes, which literally means from Nîmes, a town in the south of France. This is how the familiar and beloved jeans appeared. Chang and Jin Sook, the creators of Forever 21, have made more than $5 billion on cheap clothes retail. About 30 years ago, not knowing anything about fashion at the time, Chan opened a small store in Korea and also created the first coffee and juice delivery service in Seoul. In 1981, he migrated with his wife to the US, where he had several jobs. He worked in a cafe, at a gas station, and as a night janitor. While working at the gas station, he once discovered that the coolest and most expensive cars came mostly from people working in the fashion industry, and thus Chan decided to try his hand in the garment business. With the money he saved, he and his wife rented an 80-meter room for a store in not-so-great location. There weren't many people around and the previous 6 owners hadn't managed to success. However, the Korean couple thoroughly thought about what customers demand and managed to create beautiful clothes at reasonable prices. Even the name Forever 21 is what customers desire. Teenagers want to get to that age as soon as possible. Those who are 21 want to stay at that age forever, and those who are older want to go back. In 2001, they also opened a store in Canada. 2 more years later, they opened an online store, and in 2010, another store in the UK. Thomas Peterffy is the founder of Interactive Brokers, a brokerage company that has played a key role in improving e-trading of securities. He once escaped socialist Hungary and found his own business in the US when he volunteered to help with programming while working with drawings in an engineering company. George Soros is a trader, financier, and investor. Born in Budapest, he managed to escape the communist regime and moved to England. In London, he studied at the High School of Economics and concurrently worked as a waiter. Later, he moved to New York and started investing on Wall Street. In 1969, he founded his own hedge fund. In 2013, he established Soros Fund Management, a family fund with the best results on the market. Dikembe Mutombo is a basketball player, the master of block shots and defensive play. He was born in Congo in a family with many children. Since childhood, his father has been teaching him and his brothers and sisters the art of business, so the children were able to sell bread, chewing gum, and candies from an early age. Dikembe reached a 2-meter high when he was in high school, becoming taller than anyone in his family. He was always doing sports, but he was not interested in basketball. So in 1987, he got a scholarship to study in the United States at Georgetown University, where he was invited to try his hand at basketball. He had good accuracy and shots, yet his physical condition for basketball was poor. He graduated in 1991 as a linguist and a diplomat, but continued his basketball career, which brought him fame and money. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel. There are a lot of interesting things from the world of foreign education and careers.